or found ways to discredit them.
Assata Shakur was one of the great leaders of the Black Liberation Army.
That order given by J. Edgar Hoover was essentially to destroy any black, progressive, third world movement in this country.
They put her in prison, and her allies said, we ain't gonna leave her in prison. She had white allies that said, we're not gonna leave her in prison, and pulled her out of prison and got her to Cuba. She's in Cuba right now.
In the next 5 years, something like 300 prisons are in the planning stages, and this government has the intentions of throwing more and more people in prison.
The criminalization of Assata Shakur, the use of the media to represent her as a dangerous criminal, and of course in my own case, where I was represented by the FBI as being armed and dangerous.
The FBI has put black militant Angela Davis on its list of the 10 most wanted fugitives.
With Angela Davis, the power of the black intellect.
One of the things that we really have to talk about coming to Christmas is this whole question of crime. What does it mean to be a criminal in this society?
That had to be broken up.
And in my case, Ronald Reagan was the governor of California. Richard Nixon was the president of the U.S. The whole apparatus of the state was set up against me. They really meant to send me to the death chamber in order to make a point.
The actions of the FBI in apprehending Angela Davis, a rather remarkable story again. In the long...
The system tried to put the sister on trial, and the sister said, no, we putting you on trial. Comes in big afro, she didn't go press her hair. She was facing major time. Most people, they got a nice little press, you know what I mean? They'd have been there with little white gloves all praying to Jesus. She came in like this. And she devastated the prosecution and walked out of there free.
But the question is, how did you get there? You get there by confrontation, violence?
Oh, was that the question you were asking?
Yeah.
I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. After the 4 young girls who lived, one of them lived next door to me. I was very good friends with the sister of another one. My sister was very good friends with all 3 of them. My mother taught one of them in her class, and they went down, and what did they find? They found limbs and heads strewn all over the place. I remember, from the time I was very small, I remember the sounds of bombs exploding across the street, our house shaking. I remember my father having to have guns at his disposal at all times because of the fact that at any moment we might expect to be attacked. I mean, that's why when someone asks me about violence, I just find it incredible, because what it means is that the person who's asking that question has absolutely no idea what black people have gone through, what black people have experienced in this country since the time the first black person was kidnapped from the shores of Africa.
And when you strip out a whole generation of leadership, running folk out the country, killing folk, framing folk, you will be vulnerable to Bill Clinton or anybody else, and they'll do to you what they will.